Hey everybody, it's Randy with Carchaeology, and I am in the truck with my trailer on my way to my favorite place. And that place, of course, is a place that's full of cars that need to be rescued. It's what I live for. I love these old cars. I really, really, really do. And the one I'm going to pick up is something that is extremely unique. In fact, I don't think there's another one in the whole stinking world. It's, and in fact, I really don't even know what it is. But I agreed to buy it, and I'm going to go pick it up, and I'm going to bring it back to the lab. I'm going to try to figure it out, see if I can get it up and running, and see if I can make it into something cooler than it is already. So come along with me, and let's pick up this strange, bizarre mystery car. So hidden in the hills of Southern California is this amazing property with a nice little orange grove, and amongst the orange trees are a whole variety of classics. Nice 55 Ford wagon there. I see an old Chevy amongst the things, and lots of other interesting cars under the covers. So this 40 Chevy, and then this. This cover is the one that I most want to lift. This is the car that I came to pick up. Now, my brother found this stash of stuff recently. It's in a neighborhood near where he is, and he walked around and talked with the owners, and they said that they're ready to sell. This car piqued my interest. It piqued his as well, but there were a couple of other cars on the property that he seemed super interested in, so I went for this one, and he went for a couple of cool Mercedes. But the question here is, what the living heck is this car? I mean, obviously, it's 30s inspired of some sort. It's got louvers down the side. It's mostly metal body by the looks of it. It's got kind of a iffy coat of paint on it, but wow, look at that shape. What a fascinating car. And look at the front end. I mean, it's kind of BMW-like. The car kind of has old Alpha vibes to it. It's really, really kind of a mystery. Looks like it's manual trans, some interesting old gauges in it. What a trailer machine. So I loaded it up into the trailer, and I've brought it on back to the lab. I got here just as the sun was setting, but I had taken a few photos of it when I quickly loaded it in the trailer, and come morning, I'll pull it out and see what I've got. But what an interesting day, finished off by an amazing sunset. Okay, it is morning. The next morning is always fun when you've brought home something new to play with. And in the trailer, here it be, the mystery car. Now, as you can see, it's not perfect. It's been sitting a bit. It's got a little bit of damage there. You can see a little rust there, and rust actually is kind of a cool thing because that tells you that this thing is metal. It's not made out of fiberglass. However, looking close, I do think that there may be some fiberglass in it. The fenders possibly are glass. But the design of this thing is, well, it's kind of reminiscent of, a late 30s BMW. It's got a little Alpha to it. The grille here, of course, is very kind of BMW inspired. These headlights seem a little modern, a little out of place, but I do like the little tri-bar thing in there. I think that's pretty cool. Louvers in the hood. There's louvers down the cowl here as well. Looks like it had a Duval-style windshield, much like I have on my 29 Ford Roadster. So the glass just goes in here, and it would be just raw glass across the top. Unfortunately, the windshields are missing, so I'm going to have something made there. I love the steering wheel, the kind of banjo wheel. It's got these little chrome bits on it, which is kind of cool. And it's actually got a little quick release thing there, so you can pull it on and off. Super interesting. The gauges look like fairly modern gauges. I see this auto gauge in there. It almost looks modified from something, a little homemade, interesting speedometer there. There's an old AM/FM radio in it, a little speaker. It is a manual transmission. I love those pedals. That's very, very cool looking. The interior is in fairly decent shape still. I mean, it's holding up. The padding has gone away on the driver's side, but that actually helps me fit into it. It looks like there's a mirror here that'll go up there. I'll have to put that back. And I love the fuel filler here in the back as well. In any case, it's a really, really interesting car, interesting design. It really kind of looks like a sport custom, which was a name that people have given some of the home-built cars that were done in the 50s and 60s by a lot of people here in America. The Frenched-in 39 Ford taillights, Frenched-in license plate, all of that really kind of leads me to believe it is something that was done many, many years ago. Now, drivetrain-wise, it is obviously something interesting underneath this big long hood. So let me see if I can lift this up and show you the power plant. And that is a Chevy 6-cylinder, straight 6, that is in there. I did notice it has an HEI ignition on it, which is really interesting. Still real simple master cylinder, kind of a nightmare of wiring. There's a nice little aluminum radiator in there and an electric fan. So I don't know. I mean, was this the original engine that was put in it when it was first built? Or is it something that was modified and changed later? In any case, I have been told that this thing did start and run. So I'm going to play around with it a little bit here, see if I can get it to start, get it out of the trailer here, and play with it a little more. But it's a very, very intriguing car. I do think it is a home-built job, not something that was a coach-built thing. It really, just the finished quality of stuff, gaps and things, the bodywork, you know, it's a little lumpy. It's lovely in its own way, but it's just not perfect. And if it were, you know, some sort of historic BMW of something back in the day, well, it would probably be finished off a little bit nicer. Not capping on it. I think it's cool, and I'm excited to have it here and excited to do something fun with it. But first, let's get it started, if we can, and get it out of the trailer. So overnight, I gave the battery a good charge, and I'm going to hop on in this thing and just see if it'll crank over and start. The gentleman that I got it from did say that they did have it running, so I've got my fingers crossed that this will happen and not be too crazy. So hold on here. We will see if it starts. It's alive! Alive! All it needed was a good jump and a little bit of gas, and she fired right up. And I'm pleased to get this thing out in the daylight. Definitely super fun. I love the wire wheels. Looks like there's disc brakes in there as well. What an interesting car. Way fun. Way fun indeed. Crazy. What is it? Help me figure it out, people. Gotta figure out what this car is, who built it, and why. But what a line that thing is. Look at the nose on it. It's incredible. Super fun, everybody. Definitely follow along for a lot more with this interesting two-seater.